Hey, Shalom. All praises, glory, honor, and fairs to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to elders and apostles, GMS, citation to election, the true real house of David. And we're coming to some deadly serious times, but guess what? Our victory is our faith. The Lord is with us. And Psalms 119:6, matter of fact, start verse 4. Let them now that fear the Lord say that his mercy endureth forever. And mercy is seasonable in a time of affliction, and that time is coming up. The fire is about to be turned up, just like in the times of Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar made the fire burn even more hot when he was about to throw in the three men of the Lord in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So that fire is about to be turned up. But that's what's going to make us even more pure and purified. Alright, but it's going to burn up all the wicked that have been faking this thing and just doing this for clout. Verse 5, I call upon the Lord in distress, and the Lord answered me and set me in a large place. The Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? The Lord taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. Right? And we are in the righteous, the chosen of our nation. They're hated of many, they're loved of few. And the Lord said, if a man's ways please the Lord, he'll make even his enemies be at peace with him. So the sword, right, and the wicked, the devil would come down with great wrath. He's going to destroy and kill the wicked amongst our people, because the Lord's going to give them the authority and the power to do so. The Lord said he kills, he makes alive. See, Esau doesn't have the final say so, and the devil only has power of the power that you give him. That's why he hasn't really forced anything as of yet. That's why scriptures say resist the devil and he shall flee from you. So see, the devil's gonna flee from the righteous, the bold, the lion, the elect. But those that consent unto this devil and don't listen to the voice of the Lord, the prophets, they're gonna reap what they've been sowing, man. You disregard the words of the Lord through his men, then the Lord's going to disregard you. And the Lord's not respected persons. You can be your family members, dudes in camps. It is going to be guys in camps too, because a lot of guys, a lot of guys don't understand the times you're in. Psalms 23 and verse 3, he restoreth my soul, he leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Many's gonna say, Lord, Lord, but the Lord's gonna say to those, he never knew you. Even if you have the name, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Because a lot of guys who ain't working this labor of love, you're doing this work to add sin upon sin. See, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And that word shadow of death is rather heavy.
Strong's H 6757, Sal Maveth,
Tazala Mawaf. Alright, it says deep darkness. It says death shadow of distress, extreme danger, a place of the dead. And that's where we're at right now. We're in the place of the dead. Babylon the Great. Thick darkness, gross darkness of people, gates of darkness, right? And the Lord said, if a man wanders out of the way of the Lord, he'll remain in the congregation of the dead. And you don't have to just leave a camp or leave a church to be in the congregation of the dead. That means if you leave the ways of the Lord, you leave this path that's been set before you. You've left the straight gate. You left the Lord's word. Jeremiah 2 and verse 4, hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. And we're in the time now that only the elect is really going to hear the voice of the Lord. Everyone else is just going to go on about their folly and playing games. You got dudes saying, oh, I saw a chariot, talking about women, we could get mad women. You see? But they're not even faithful with the Lord's word, and they think they're going to get that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to destroy a lot of you guys by the chariots. Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they have gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. You see, they're empty. The word of the Lord is not in them. And that's why they need all these things in the outward to try to fill within. But that's not going to be able to do it, man. Verse 6. Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through and where no man dwelt. And I brought you into a plentiful country, and to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land, and made mine heritage an abomination. Let's get that word for heritage. Machala, right, a possession, property, occupation, right, and this truth is occupation, this truth is a possession, and they've dealt wickedly with this too. They made it an abomination as well, condemning the just and justifying the wicked, men taking gifts and destroying their heart, not knowing how to judge anymore. Verse 8, the priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit. You see that? They walking after things that do not profit, man. Carnal things. Women, see it is, you got guys doing all these videos on women. Women ain't gonna save your ass, man. You wicked ass niggas out there, man. Psalms 138 and verse 6. Though the Lord be high. See, a lot of guys, you exalt yourself like the Lord. You ain't the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And those are the base, a lot of you guys. That's times you living in, man. Though the Lord be high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly. But the proud he knoweth afar off. So that's what the Lord has respect to, man. You lowly brothers out there. He respects you, man. He honors you. Men dishonors you. Men disrespects you. Men reviles you. Should say revile not the gods, nor curse the rule of thy people. That's what our people do, man. So that to Moses, who made you a rule over us. The Lord did, man. The Spirit. Alright, that word for respect is ra'ah, meaning to have vision, to consider, give attention to, distinguish. If I'm gonna get that word for respect. Matter of fact, that word distinguish means to recognize or treat something or someone as different, right? And we're different, man, in a good way. But in the eyes and the vision of men, it's in a bad way. We look at it as a bad light, but that's okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that word for respect real quick. Another thing about respect is it's not just given, it is earned. You have to earn respect. You don't just give it. Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. All right. Psalms 138. In verse 7, though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. Like it says in the book of Maccabees, they coming up against us with much pride and arrogancy. But we fight for our laws and our lives, man. And the truth. And we know we worship salvations of the Jews. These soldiers in the military, they don't know what's going on, man. They don't know what's going on. They're trying to make them go up against the American people. And there's going to be a lot of confusion, chaos about to commence out here, man. And the Lord's going to bring all this evil. So I'll be evil and say, the Lord hath not done it. The Lord's about to do all these things. He's making it plain upon tables what he's about to do. Psalms 138 and verse 7. And thy right hand shall save me. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. Once that he'll never leave his true men. Acts 18 and verse 9. Then spake the Lord to Paul in the night by a vision, be not afraid, but speak and hold not thy peace. You see? For I am with thee, and no man shall set on thee to hurt thee, for I have much people in this city. You see that? And he continued there 1 year and 6 months, teaching the word of God among them. And when Gallio was deputy of Achaia, the Jews made insurrection. You see, because there's a sedition of men invading one another. That's times we in, man. With one accord against Paul, and brought him to the judgment seat, saying, this fellow persuadeth men to worship God contrary to the law. You see that? It's heavy, man. The same thing they say about us. And when Paul was now about to open his mouth, Gallio said unto the Jews, if it were a matter of wrong or wicked lewdness, O ye Jews, reason would that I should bear with you. But if it be a question of words and names, and of your law, look ye to it, for I be no judge of such matters. And he drave them from the judgment seat. Then all the Greeks took Sosthenes, the chief ruler of the synagogue, and beat him before the judgment seat, and Gallio cared for none of those things. Verse 5. And when Silas and Timotheus were come from Macedonia, Paul was pressed in the spirit and testified to the Jews that Yahushua was the anointed. And when they opposed themselves and blasphemed, he shook his raiment and said unto them, your blood be upon your own heads. I am clean. From henceforth I will go unto the Gentiles. And he departed thence and entered into a certain man's house named Justus, one that worshipped God, in whose house joined hard to the synagogue. And Crispus, the chief ruler of the synagogue, believed on the Lord with all his house, and many of the Corinthians heard and believed, and were baptized. See, Acts 18 and verse 24. And a certain Jew named Apollos, born at Alexandria, an eloquent man and mighty in the scriptures, came to Ephesus. This man was instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in the spirit, he spake and taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the baptism of John. And he began to speak boldly in the synagogue, whom when Aquila and Priscilla had heard, they took him unto them, and expounded unto him the way of God more perfectly. And when he was disposed to pass into Achaia, the brethren wrote, exhorting the disciples to receive him, who when he was come, he helped them much which had believed through grace. For he mightily convinced the Jews, and that publicly, shown by the scriptures that Yahushua was the anointed, was the Messiah. So it was always important to show that the Lord was the King of Kings, man. not man. Because a lot of men, they want to exalt themselves and act like they're the anointed. That's why the Lord said, false anointed shall rise and deceive many. Hosea 12:13, and by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. That's right. The Lord is raising up leaders and saviors and prophets to be good examples. That's why it's more needful for us to be in the flesh. Because a lot of other guys are in the flesh too, but they're being carnal, brute beasts. Want to be lords and oppress the flock, man. Revelation 16 and verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which miracles are signs, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. And these spirits of devils, you have also guys in this truth that are spirits of devils, man, working miracles. You see, they're also signs and wonders, but they're deceitful. That's why when the parable Yahushua, they're gonna say, oh, we did many miracles, we were out there prophesying your name, we did this, we did that. But the Lord's gonna say, I never knew you, man. A lot of guys, they're ever learning but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. As James and James withstood Moses, so do these. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. And that's what's coming. That's why I'm gonna name this video too, is Armageddon or something like that. All praises, glory, honor, fitty, how Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash.